Mic check.
Mic check.
Yeah. Well, it says it's on, so now we'll see if it's. Mic check. Mic check. All right, they're on.
Okay. So don't need to
All right, we're on.
Okay. Welcome to Arapahoe Hockey. We have Arapahoe A-Mays against Arvada 10UA. And we are live from the Apex West Rink in Arvada.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm making sure we were on there.
Arapahoe is wearing the road blues. Arvada's in home white.
It's going to be a good year. Got some really good players.
Yeah, if you look at the Arapahoe roster, we have a bunch of returning players from B and 5 or 6 new kids from 8U. And we'll cover all that as we go. Get you a little information on the Arapahoe players. As we're watching them warm up, I'm noticing that my son in particular didn't take the green tape off his stick, so he will stick out today.
Well, coach might be a little more lenient to a lot of coaches, white or black only.
Yeah, we were told white and black laces and white and black tape.
Yeah. Yeah,
we
we're
are.
on. We're live.
Oh, we're live.
You're on.
Our team manager just dropped in to say hi. That's Miss Sarah Vieira, the team manager. Her son Bryce is number 63. Yeah, as I sit and watch, I'm just getting used to. I think we have 4 kids that played for Arapahoe B White last year with my son's team. It was supposed to be 5. We had another kid that didn't take the offer, but so a lot of familiar kids, but not familiar numbers.
No.
So getting used to the new numbers.
Yeah, and then you got to get used to their skating style too, you know. Because a lot of these kids, you can't read their name. They're tucked in.
I know them all pretty well, though. The starting goalie, I'm assuming, is Henry. Henry was on B White with Elvis last year, played for his dad, Carl Amareller. And then the other goalie, the one that's in net right now, taking shots, is Brian Wang. And he played 8U Intermediate with my younger son, so I know him very well. So cool to see. Brian had a heck of a rise from 8U Intermediate to 10UA. That's a big jump.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coach does it too. Are they going to switch it half? I'm assuming they will, at least the first game. And I'm assuming tournaments they'll go game apiece. I would think, but that's coach's decision.
Last year we rotated mostly, and as the year played out, we found out one goalie was significantly stronger than the other. And what we did actually is anytime we were short, we would let the starting goalie, Henry Amareller, skate out.
Yeah, why not?
And because after a while, you know when you're playing a team that's maybe not as strong. And he would skate out and play forward, scored a few goals for us too, a matter of fact, and then our backup goalie would get the whole game. And that was the way you were able to balance minutes, because then in the tougher games like the league tournament and state tournament, the starting goalie got majority of the game.
Right, yeah. Yeah, and it'd be good if they did let them skate out. We're a man down. However, goalies do sometimes get injured, so it's always nice to have them in your back pocket.
I think it's safe to say that Henry will skate out at some point in time. He's actually quite a bit better skater than you would think.
Most goalies don't get enough credit for how good skaters they are.
Well, Brian was a forward for us in 8U, and we had a really great goalie. So he wasn't in a good position to be a goalie, which is why his story's so cool, because we were riding Jordy Thornton, and then he's a monster goalie, and Brian kept saying, hey, can I play goalie? And I was like, yeah, you can, because this ain't you. Everybody should get to try everything.
Yeah.
And we said to ourselves, holy cow, he's a good goalie. So really interesting how that worked out. Jordy made a travel team as well, and I look forward to seeing how he does. He was on our summer team, and good goalie, good kid, good parents. So, all right, ready to drop the puck. Bryce Vieira is at center. Got Jack Webster at right wing and Paxton over at left wing, it looks like. Arvada picks one off and is into the offensive zone.
Ooh.
First shot on goal is in the net for Arvada.
That wasn't the way to start. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
Not exactly the way we want to start. Turnover in the zone. Grayson Lead took it to the net and scored on the first shot of the game for Arvada. So we are 1-0 Arvada here very early in the game. And puck's in the neutral zone. Arvada's bringing it in on the attack. Down behind the goal line, looks like Brexon Bednarchik playing it out there. Here comes Brexon on the rush, skating it out. Arapahoe's got numbers if they can hold it. Bryce Vieira picks up the puck, and Arvada is able to clear it back out of the zone. Pretty good passing by Arvada early.
Yeah.
Here comes Emerson Haggard with the puck, skating across the blue line. Is he going to get a shot off?
Oh,
Hits one side of the post. Arapahoe is trying to set up, and the puck is cleared back out. Little back and forth now, and we must have an offsides there. Got a whistle.
Yeah, this isn't the best rink as far as a viewpoint is concerned.
Isan Bazorgporg, number 21, is on the faceoff now. Sebastian Kono and Liam Stewart are on his line. Got Soren Moen at one defense and Tommy McGrady on the other defenseman. Puck is in the worst spot for us as commentators, right there across the blue line, close to the boards where all the parents are standing in the way. But Arapahoe is able to maintain the zone here, just looking to get a little pressure. Good save there by Liam Stewart. Isan with a little dangle. Good shot on goal there by Isan. Arapahoe still holding the zone. Uh-oh.
Oh, we got a penalty.
Got another whistle. Got a penalty on, looks like Arapahoe.
Oh, to the sin bin. That one's mine, folks. It's gonna get a firm talking to when he gets home.
Liam Stewart in the box with a trip or a slash.
It looked like a little bit of both there, really. They could have gotten him for either.
So we are on the PK here. Elijah Dotson on the face-off. Elvis Schroeder at left wing. Brexon out there on defense with Elliott Clark. Elvis plays the puck off the boards and loses his stick. Elliott Clark's chasing it back behind the goal line. Arapahoe is working to try to get the puck out of the zone here. Schroeder on the boards, playing it out. And the puck is right in front of us where we can't see it. There it squirts across through the neutral zone. Elijah's chasing. He'll win that battle every time. Elijah Dotson, number 43, is as fast as you're going to see a player. Bednarchik chasing it back behind the goal line. Scoops it up here and gets back. I think that's Elijah coming out of the zone, and he gets it poke checked right about the blue line. But the good news for Arapahoe is they're killing off the penalty.
Yep, 18 seconds left of the penalty.
Elijah wins a 50-50 battle out there, and net, short-handed. Elijah Dotson, number 43, with the first goal of the season for Arapahoe B Mays, for A Mays.
Yeah, and to come on the short-handed there, that was awesome. Still 11 seconds left in the power play for Arvada.
11 seconds left on the PK here for Arapahoe. Bryce Vieira back in at center, taking the draw. Nice little play out there by Emerson Haggard to knock that out of the zone. And that would be offsides on Arvada. Penalty's over. 1-1. 8 minutes and 7 seconds left in the first period. Arapahoe and Arvada tied here early on. So you got the Vieira line back in. Vieira, Webster, and Paxton Ober. Looks like Haggard and Soren Moen on defense. And Arapahoe gets the puck back in deep. Let's see if Webster can win a battle over there. And we're back out. Little battle between teammates there for the puck. Ober picks one up and dumps it deep down behind the goal line for Arapahoe. And now here comes Arvada back out. Nice pass through the middle from Arvada.
Oh, good D.
Good play out there. Soren Moen with a great play to turn that puck around and get it out to Vieira. Vieira goes through the legs. Ooh, nice. Bryce tried to throw one in front there. Had a guy, had Ober in front of the net. Didn't get it through there. Tommy McGrady skating out. Nice pass out to Jack Webster, and he kind of fumbles it off here on the left boards, but is able to pick the puck back up. Pass through the middle, just misses. We have trouble picking up the numbers sometime of our players, but I'm assuming as the season goes on, we will be able to identify our players a little bit quicker.
Well, you'll be just off their skating style, we'll know.
Well, we got Ober's 94, Stewart's 84, and I'm sorry, not Stewart. Evans is 84, Stewart's 90. So those three are all about the same size, so it's going to take us a minute with those guys. No trouble there with Tommy McGrady, though. Number 14 is a big kid. You will always be able to pick him out on the ice. Here he is again, picks the puck up and throws it back down. Good-looking defenseman, number 14.
Way to keep it in the zone. Oh.
Little battle there.
Yep, a little bit offsides on that one. That's all right.
Little blue line battle between Arvada and Arapahoe. Ends up being an offsides on Arapahoe, so we're going to have a face-off out here with Isan Bazorgpour. His line is Liam Stewart and Sebastian Kono. And we're back into the zone. That's Liam there. Gets one thrown down behind the goal line. Good pass out, just misses Kono's stick. Uh-oh, sticks on the ice. A lot of traffic there. Isan is battling for the puck. Here comes Isan again. Nice little move. And Number 21, Isan Bazordpour with his first goal this season. Now it's 2-1 Arapahoe with 5:08 left in the first period. What a great move.
That was a nice little move. He kicked it. I like how he kind of kicked it back out to get control again, too.
What? Okay, there we go. Here comes Liam Evans. I was going to ask why we only had 4 skaters. So Liam Evans now in at left wing, Kono at right wing, Isan at center. Soren Moen picks up the puck, and he's going to skate over the blue line. Nice moves there from Soren. And now Arapahoe is retreating. (2-1) here, Arapahoe. Under 5 minutes to go in the first period. Still a little sloppy. You can tell the teams are new.
Yeah, yep.
But I like the way it's looking right now.
I like how the score looks.
Yep, score looks perfect. There we go. A little bit of a rush. We got a chance here. Kono and Evans trying to kick the puck to their stick and get us going. Got a couple defensemen change there. Haggard and Tommy McGrady on. Haggard with the steal right before Arvada could get to the blue line. I'm going to struggle with Arvada and Arapahoe all day.
Oh. They used to have the same logo as us, which made it real difficult.
McGrady brings it across, and the puck slides down behind the goal line. McGrady looks up behind and finds the open shooter. That was Elijah Dotson with a good shot on net there. Elvis Schroeder battling along the boards, and the puck squirts free. Back to Elvis on that. Nope. Here comes Liam Evans, and now the puck squirts out. McGrady throws back in. Schroeder was able to touch up. There we go, looking for the puck. Elijah's chasing. Now Elvis picks up along the boards. Kind of throws one, I think that was going to be a shot, and it bounced behind the net. Digging down in the corner, hard to see who's battling for it down there. Puck squirts out, and McGrady plays it again. I tell you what, McGrady doesn't look like he's nervous at all for an 8U kid.
Calm with the puck.
Little poke free from Schroeder. Now he's in front of the net.
Oh!
Elijah Dotson tried finding Schroeder in front of the net there and just missed. Nice
good poke check.
Tommy McGrady with a poke check there. Number 14, biggest kid on the ice, I'm sure. Tommy McGrady has really looked good on defense to start this game. Getting a line change here. You got Vieira's line again with Paxton Ober and Jack Webster. Arvada brings it across the blue line, and it gets poked out right away by Elliott Clark. Here we go. Nice play there. Bryce squirts it ahead, and Jack Webster's out on the rush. Good shot on net. Nice save there by the Arvada goalie, Joaquin Torres. Banged that off with the blocker. Rappo was able to hold the zone, though. Vieira again with the puck. That's what you want right there, is Bryce Vieira taking wrist shots. I'm telling you, that kid can rip. Rappo still holds the puck. Nice shot there, and I think that's it. Paxton Ober. Right place, right time. Paxton Ober picks up the loose puck and just turns and throws it at the net. First goal of the year for number 94. (3-1) Arapahoe. Minute 37 to go in the first period. Isan's lines back in with Liam Stewart and Sebastian Kono. And I have to say, from looking at the way the lines have been, Kono has played left wing and right wing. So has Ober. So it looks like the coaches are moving wings around as you would expect this early in the
Yeah.
season, try to figure out who plays what.
Yep. Where do they fit in?
I know my son Elvis played center this summer, and he plays right wing, I think would be his better position. Ooh. And we got a penalty here. Sebastian Kono with the rush drew a trip. So with 1:05 to go in the first period, Arapahoe is going to go on the power play.
Getting the boot to the sin bin.
I think Arapahoe has really tilted the momentum here.
You know, they just had the jitters there that first shift, and brush it off, start over.
Well, knowing Henry as well as I do, our starting goalie, Henry Amareller, I can tell you he's not happy about letting that first one in. He's a competitor, and he's going to be rock solid the whole game. So you feel good with him back there, but I can tell you there's no way he was happy on that first one, but he'll be just fine. Good shot on goal there from Emerson Haggard. Paddling in front. There's Liam Stewart, and Kono kind of, someone's trying to get a clean look at the puck. Didn't get a shot off though. Nice save there. Haggard holds the line. We got 39 seconds to go in the period here. Eson with the puck. There we go. Oh. Stewart, right place, the right time again. Picks up and gets a good shot on the goal. And Arvada is able to get it out of the zone here.
Ooh,
nice play there. And we're going to have a penalty on Arapahoe to end the period.
Yep.
As they touch up, Eson touches up, and we got a penalty. We'll get you the number here pretty quick, but we're going to go 4-on-4 for the end of the period.
81.
81 is Brexon Bednarczyk, his first penalty of the year. So we got 42 seconds left on the Arvada penalty, minute and a half on the Arapahoe penalty, so we'll be 4-on-4 to close out the period here. Face-off's won by Arvada, and they just dump it down off the boards. Tommy McGrady there to do something with it again. Every time Tommy McGrady touches it, it's been positive for us. And
good
that
little
is
chip.
Chipped out there. That's Liam Evans. Nice little chip out, and that brings us to the end of the first period. 3-1 Arapahoe. We had goals by Paxton Over, Isan Bezordpour, and Elijah Dotson. Goal was by Grayson Lead for Arvada. So we'll switch sides, and I guess we'll look to see, are we going to switch goalies? How's that going to go?
Yeah, I guess we'll find out about halfway through. While we got a break in the action, I do want to thank our sponsors at Barbizon School of Modeling. Trained to be a model or just look like one. Barbizon.
I told myself I was going to write down the goals so we would know when they happened and kind of look for assists. My wife usually does the game sheets when we have most games. I've been the head coach of my younger son's team and was assistant coach on B White last year with Carl Amareller and Michael Hupp. So I can tell you this, the reason I bring that up is, man, do the kids get bummed out when they don't get their assists.
Or somebody gets their goal.
Yep. And you would not believe how much it happens. We'll try to keep you up to speed here as far as who scores the goals, but I can tell you if you look at game sheets, they might not always agree with us.
Nope. And then you get the refs who must not believe in assists because everyone's unassisted.
Right. I could tell you stories for sure, on and on, about how many times we've said to the ref, hey, 43 scored that goal.
Yep.
And 49 had the assist, or whatever the case may be. And sometimes the refs are awesome, and sometimes they don't care.
Yep. It's a tough job.
As we start the second period here, Elijah Dotson wins a foot race, and he's off to the races, rips a shot over the net.
Have to get him a flat stick.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, Elijah Dotson is as fast a player as you're going to see, and when his skills catch up to his speed, he'll be a very dangerous player. Already is. He played last year on Arapahoe 10U B White for Coach Carl Amareller. Played on the same line with my son, number 49. So they're good buddies, and it looked like they were playing together again today. Elijah picks and backhands one out. Just kind of playing around here in the neutral zone. Let's get this one out. Soren Moen with good pressure on the puck there. Knocks his guy down, and Tommy McGrady comes in again. Clears the puck. Elijah's going to win this foot race. There we go. Elijah Dotson again with the speed. And he wipes out a little bit and loses the puck. We're back to full strength.
And we get a
whistle.
Penalty here? Yep. Gosh dang it.
That's on us, I take it.
That's on us.
As I was standing up to check the clock and see what was going on, we got another penalty. So Arapahoe will be shorthanded again. Elijah Dotson, number 43, picks that up. And he'll sit a minute and a half. So Arvada on the power play here, and the faceoff's coming in our defensive zone.
Well, icing. Never liked this call.
Icing on the Warriors. I can tell you, though, we like the icing at some levels. Like in summer, they don't stop the clock.
Right.
So I tell the kids all the time to ice it because it just eats the penalty. But as it is here, of course, we bring it back to the defensive zone. So Vieira's in here taking the face off. Arapahoe's trying to protect a 3-1 lead. Haven't had a lot of shots on Amareller since that first one.
No, we pushed the play.
Got to credit the defense on that. The defense has been really strong for Arapahoe. Free puck going behind the Arvada goalie. And Bryce Vieira picks it up. Got a nice pass to Webster, but it just gets deflected at the last second. Defenseman trying to slap shot that out of there for Arvada, just about completely whiffs it. And here comes Arvada out with some speed. A little bit of a 2-on-1, but Emerson Haggard for the Warriors wins the battle there. And he's able to knock that out to Isan. That's Jack Webster, I apologize. Webster got that.
Up into the bench.
And we got a puck into the bench. We got 27 seconds left on the power play.
Little souvenir for the coach there.
3-1 still. And as I look at the scoreboard now, I'm reminded that Arvada keeps track of the shots on goal. 10 shots for Arapahoe, 1 shot for Arvada. Unfortunately, that 1 shot found the net, but it's been all Arapahoe since then. That was over at center, taking the face off there with Stewart as his line mate right now. Got Bednarchik and McGrady back at the defensive pairing. Little collision over by the boards. Stewart's there, he's back up. Arapahoe is working to kill off this penalty. You got 2 seconds left, and we'll be back to full strength. Here comes Dotson out of the box. He's going to change. And Stewart's ahead on the rush.
My goodness.
What a bad break for Arapahoe. Stewart had the rush, had the puck ahead on his stick, and Isan came in on the line change and came in on the wrong side of the blue line.
Yeah, it happens, especially at this level. But, you know.
Arapahoe was a little slow on when Dotson came off from the penalty.
Yeah.
And come over, and they were searching to figure out who was supposed to go on, I'm assuming. Having been on the bench all of last year, I can tell you that happens.
Oh, yeah. Especially at this skill. Well, it happens at every skill level.
Bezordpour battle behind the net. Nice pass out here. Brexon with the save. Ooh, a little bit of a dangerous spot. We're going to be offsides there. That's okay. I don't mind offsides when you're trying to get in the offensive zone.
No.
You just get your face-off right out here at the dot, and you get a chance to get your lines changed. Whistles are a coach's friend at this level.
Yes, and they had numbers going the other way. He didn't put that. If that gets coughed up, that could be a 2-on-1 going the other way. So, not a bad play there. Okay, as I'm looking at my notes, I just now finally got updated on
which 3 players scored for us. So again, it's 3-1 Arapahoe. We had goals from Elijah Dotson, Paxton Over, and Isan Bazordpour. And get used to that name. That's a mouthful. We might just call him Isan. Yeah, Bozer. I like Bozer too. His mom told me she's good with anything. There's our 5th skater. I was looking for our skater. This arena sets up where if they are close to the benches, it's hard to see the players.
Yes. I know the coaches don't like this rink either. The parents tend to peer over and yell at their own kid.
Woo! Sebastian Kono hits the top post there. Number 3, Sebastian and Elvis, you'll get used to. They are the hair bunch. I think they should be on the same line. Sebastian's got the big curly hair, and Elvis has the long straight hair. Neither one of them you can read their names.
They're like the Hansons.
And here comes Kono again on the rush. Nice move. Gets a shot off, hits the side of the net. Oh, holy cow. Kono just threw one in front of the net. Couldn't have been a better pass, but nobody's seen it coming.
Nope, can't do it. Ooh,
little offsides again, I believe.
That could have been close to an intentional.
I don't know that they do. Do they call that? Have you seen that?
They do call intentional, but they usually just bring it to center ice instead of, right here at the zone.
So new line on for Arapahoe. We got Dotson at center, Schroeder at the right wing, and Liam Evans at the left wing. Puck enters the Arapahoe zone. That's Evans down there fighting for it. And it squirts back out to the defenseman. Arvada with a great stretch pass. Number 96 picks it up, and he's in all alone. With the big save.
Oh, big save. Way to come up big.
Henry went down low and just smothered it. Looks like we're going to have an icing here on that, I think. Nope, the goalie touched it. Goalie touched it. Schroeder picks up the puck. Nope, loses the battle there with number 74. Goalie touched that puck, or it would have been icing on Arapahoe. We didn't really gain much of an advantage over it. We're still squirting back out here, and now Arvada comes out, and another great pass. 96 caught 2 in a row. That's Casey Heese for Arvada. Man, he's the fortunate recipient of 2 great passes there.
You gotta there's a guy wide open in front of the net down there. Somebody needs to pick him up. We're going to get a roughing.
Sounds like we have another penalty.
Yep, roughing penalty.
That's the 3rd for Arapahoe. So we had Dotson and Evans and Bednarchek's in. I think I called Bednarchek's name earlier. That must be 4 penalties on Arapahoe.
He's got a few. That's all right. He's playing aggressive.
The goalies just switched. I don't know if you noticed that there.
Oh, good.
Brian Wang just came in for Arapahoe. This will be his first ever travel action. So I don't know Brian to be nervous though. So we'll see how he does. Brian's coming up from 8U Intermediate. Big jump for him. 8U Intermediate to Travel A in 6 months.
Good for him.
What a great story.
He put in some work.
Brian played with my younger son. I was his head coach this past season, and we didn't even know he was a goalie to start the season. He was a skater, and he begged to play goalie, and what a gift that was for us. So, good kid, good goalie, that's for sure. So here we go. Arapahoe's back out into the neutral zone. We're shorthanded for another 1:09, and Bryce Vieira is gonna get one on goal.
Good tip.
Jack Webster tries to the rebound and gets taken out. Good action though for Arapahoe, especially shorthanded.
Yeah, being aggressive.
Okay, Jack's back into the play. Looked like Webster was a little banged up there for a second. And now the puck squirts. Arvada just turned and dumped one. I wasn't sure if that was going to be icing, but they just turned and dumped one. So now Arvada's getting set up in their zone, still on the power play for 32 seconds. Whiff on a shot for Arvada, and that leads to a breakout for Arapahoe. Vieira just misses Webster, but Webster still picks one up, and he's behind the net fighting for the puck. Arvada bangs it out. Hopefully Tommy McGrady can get to this puck. He does and throws it down at the net. Vieira picks up, puck's loose, and it gets kicked back out. McGrady with the pitchfork and just tosses that back down. Here comes Vieira. Rip the shot, Bryce.
Oh,
he does, and misses the net
high
by 3 feet. But I'm telling you, that's what I want all day is Bryce Vieira ripping shots.
Have to get him a flat blade.
Arapahoe is going to change forwards. Oh, sorry, defense changed. Clark and Haggard back on. And Paxton Ober is harassing the... Oh, they're going to call a penalty on Ober.
Yep, that was...
So we're going to get a whistle here. There's an icing.
That was an illegal check
And
there.
Arapahoe is going to get their 5th penalty of the game. So, out shooting them 13-2. You got to love that. Ahead on the scoreboard 3-1. You got to love that. And the penalties, not so much.
No, for the most part, they've been aggressive penalties. That one probably was a little dirty, but
that'll clean up, though.
It's a learning experience.
Right.
So now he knows what he can't do.
But some of these kids, like Paxton Over, for example, that was clearly off. I'm glad the ref's seen that. Offsides.
I'm not. That could have been a breakaway going the other way.
Yep.
Wish they would have let that one play out.
We got face-off out here at the dot. Eson and Liam Stewart are the forwards. Haggard and Clark still on defense. Minute 23 of kill left. So somehow that only wasted 7 seconds that last time. But Arapahoe's done good on the kill. I mean, we haven't given up a power play goal. So
I don't think we've given up
here
a
we
power
go.
play shot.
Eson out in the open ice, and this kid is fast too. He's going to rip a shot, and he goes top toes. You know, I said earlier that you're not going to find a faster kid than Elijah Dotson. Eson is fast, and he played defense for us last year on 10UB White. This year he's moved to forward, which happens with a lot of kids. My son Elvis started the season on defense, moved to forward as well. They say defensemen are more valuable, so it's tough with these kids, but once they start scoring goals, they love it, and Eson can definitely put the puck in the net.
Well, and the game's changing, though. Your defensemen are basically forwards nowadays, so it's good to get them playing both ends.
They are, and I can tell you from watching Elliot Clark play, he's only been playing defense for a little bit. He was a forward. I don't know much about Emerson Haggard. He played 10UB Navy with Rice and Jack Webster last year. So he's, as far as I know, he's always been a defenseman. He had a couple goals last year, looking at his stats, but yeah. In my opinion, the better the player, they should play everything.
Yeah.
So get them moved around. And I think that's what coach has been doing. As you see right now, Schroeder's taking the face-off on the PK. That must be because, I was going to say because Elijah's in the box, but he's not. But point is now he's played both wings and center. So I like what the coaches are doing there. Get players moving around. Bednarczyk tried to pull that into the zone, and Arvada is able to clear. Picked back up by Kono. And they're across the line, and that's trip, and we're going to get it. Second tripping penalty Kono's drawn, so.
He's shifty.
Yeah, if I'm coach, I'm saying, Sebastian, skate with the puck more.
Yeah, hey, draw that penalty.
So we're going to go 4-on-4 for another 15 seconds. Got 15 seconds left on the over penalty. And penalty there was on number 11, Tyson Huseas. So 4-on-4 here for just a little bit, and then Arapahoe will be back on the power play. I don't like that play, but he got away with it there.
Yeah,
Bednarczyk chased the puck and just backhanded it out of the zone and almost backhanded it right to the Arvada player for a breakout. Schroeder got lucky not to be offsides there.
Yep, that was close.
And Tommy McGrady was playing the puck, but it's kicked back out. Bednarczyk's chasing, and right here, I want him to turn and look. There you go. And Got one picked off again.
Oh.
But Bednarchuk comes out of it, and here's another fast kid. I can tell you that about this team. And Coach Webster stressed this in the team meeting. There you go. They're all fast, and the speed paid off right there. Brexon Bednarchuk gets the shot on goal, does all the heavy lifting, and Sebastian Kono is in front of the net in the right place at the right time and puts one in the net. So the score is 5-1 Arapahoe. Minute 34 here to go in the second period. Outshooting them 15-2. Just got a goal from number 3, Sebastian Kono on that play. Hopefully Brexon got his assist. Schroeder behind the net, chips one in front, but no one's home. Can't tell you how many times I've tried to coach that out of him. Don't just chuck it. Look, tell me who you're passing to before you pass it. But he is 10. Brian Wang just made a save up about by his face for his first save. And first save in travel, and as we were talking about it, he has one go right through the wickets, but it didn't go in the net. Got a little glove on that. I think that was another save for him. Meanwhile, we're out in the neutral zone, little 50-50 battle there. Sebastian, that one's Soren Moen, picks up the puck and throws it out. And now Arvada is able to pick it up and get back into the offensive zone. Okay. Game got a little out of hand there for a minute.
Yep.
Settling back down though, Elijah Dotson flips one out. There we go. Emerson Haggard picks it up and gets it stolen away as he's trying to play it out. So Arapahoe having a little trouble getting it out of the zone. Doesn't matter. That brings us to the end of the period. Score is 5-1 Arapahoe. Goals by Elijah Dotson, Paxton Over, and Isan Bazorgpor in the first period. Second period seen goals from Isan and Sebastian Kono. So goalies meet and give each other a little love. I'm sure Brian was happy to get the nerves out there. Finally seen his first shots. But it's still 15-5. You're always going to love outshooting the other team 15-5.
Yeah. And it's nice to see them come out their first game, other than that first shift, come out with some aggressiveness.
Right, it was 10 seconds into the game, right?
Yeah.
Arvada won the face-off and had one pass, and I think that same kid went right down and scored. So that was Grayson Lead, and I think we were 10 seconds in the game. We should, in the future, we'll probably write down when they score. But
well, I got it right here on game
if you look on game sheets, and we're looking on game sheets right now to see, but it was early.
They were, 13 seconds
13 seconds. So Arvada scored 13 seconds into the game. 24 minutes later, they've only been able to muster 4 more shots. So great defense by Arapahoe. I was a little concerned coming in about the defense because that's where Arapahoe is the youngest. If I am looking correctly, they have 4 kids that out of 5 on defense that did not play travel last year. And you have 1 returner, Emerson Haggard, that played B-Navy. They finished 4th in state, so he's clearly got a lot of experience.
Seasoned.
He's seasoned. That's the kid they're going to lean on, I'm sure. But Tommy McGrady has been awesome on defense. And if I'm watching him, there's no way I'm guessing that he was an 8U kid last year. So Arapahoe pushes it across into the offensive zone, and we got a whistle. And we got another penalty. Man.
You know, I'd usually say that these refs are a little whistle happy, but I can't argue with any of these calls.
Right. That was on Arvada. Number 87, Everett Martell, got a trip there, so I think that's their 3rd. Arapahoe has had 5 penalties. So Vieira takes the draw there for Arapahoe, and the puck is cleared out. Clark and McGrady chasing. Clark turns around and looks and plays the puck back up the boards. Vieira picks up here. Ober tried to advance that, and number 11 for Arvada messed everything up. So, squirting back into the Arapahoe zone. Clark's chasing. Like to see him just turn his head up the ice and look. Good coached kid there, Elliot Clark. His dad was his coach last year in 8U, advanced one. He was also his coach this summer in Summer League, and they won the championship in Summer League. So good kid. Good. The coaches' kids are usually pretty well behaved. Pretty good kids.
Usually got a upper hand too on skill level too.
They do. I like to say, being on the bench with my son, that there's no nepotism involved, but man, you do. You are able to get in their ear immediately and, and try to help them out.
Right.
Offsides on Arvada. Arapahoe is trying to push that ahead. We had numbers. Puck got poked out by Arvada. It turns into an offsides, which works for us so we can get a line change. Isan's back in, taking the draw in center. He's got Stewart and Kono with him as his running mates. Haggard and
both playing off wing here. That's an interesting move.
Yeah, like we've seen, I mean, Kono's been right and left wing. I can't tell you still which one he wants to play, but I can tell you this. Here he is again, ripping a shot. And Kono's looked great today.
No,
he's skated at the puck a lot, and doesn't matter what he played. Isan tried to find Sebastian right there and missed him, so the puck clears the zone. Who is this now? 90 is Stewart. Okay, so last year Isan was number 90 for 10UB White, and he's about the same size as your son.
Yeah.
So that's where we're going to struggle the most. Is I'm like, okay, there's Isan. Nope, that's not Isan. That's Liam.
They got a little similar style of skating too.
So I'm not sure if all of you at home know, but they don't let the kids pick their numbers. If they did, my son would probably wear 17 every year, but he's wearing 49 this year. Last year he's 23. So give us some grace on that. Every kid's in a new number as we skate here in the first game of the year. 5-1, 9.5 to go in the third period here in the first game in Arvada here at Sebastian Kono. Let Sebastian interrupt me there as he skates through everybody and kind of does the Forsberg, right?
Yeah.
Like he went off to the left, pulled the stick behind him, and beat the goalie pretty easy there. So that makes it 6-1 here in the third.
6-1. It's, I'm not sure when they go to running clock here on goal differential. It's usually 5 goals.
I would think it would have been 5 goals. Sebastian with his second goal of the day. Isan Bezorgpor also 2 goals on the day.
Nope.
Goals from Elijah Dotson and Paxton Ober as well. So one thing I will say about the goals is coming into the game, I'm looking at the stats from last year and I'm expecting Bryce Vieira, Jack Webster, and Elvis Schroeder to be your guys getting all the shots. I think Bryce has got maybe 2 shots, and as I say that, Kono tries to rip another shot. I don't know if Elvis has any shots. I don't know if Jack has any shots. So that's a good sign if Arapahoe is going to be up 6-1 on the road with your big guys not getting any shots.
Yeah, spread the wealth. Hey, I'm all for it.
As I say that, we get another penalty.
A lot of tripping, a lot of sloppy tripping penalties here, and that's
penalty number 6, if I count right. This one's on Isan, and that is his mom in the penalty box with him. So
he's going to feel some shame.
My wife is usually running the penalty box on the road or at home. She's very often there, so she's used to that. But my son doesn't draw many penalties. So Arapahoe on the kill again. Done really well, though. Killed off 5 penalties. Schroeder is chasing the puck, but it's going to be an icing. So we're 4 on 5 for another minute 15. We got Schroeder and Evans at forwards. Clark and Bednarczyk on defense. Elvis is going to take the draw here. And he's taking it against Jude Murphy, number 29 for Arvada. Kicks the puck out, but Arvada has it clean. Elvis picks up the puck, and he's skating with it here across the blue line, across the red line, across the blue line, and he dumps it down into the zone, which is good as you're trying to kill time. That's one where if Dad was on the bench with him, he would have said, hey, don't just dump it, skate with it more. But you're trying to kill a penalty in there.
Yeah.
So we're 48 seconds to go on the Bezorgtor penalty. And Arvada comes across here. They're going to get a shot on this one. And that's over Wang's head for the goal for Arvada, number 16. So that's 2 on the day for Grayson Lee.
He must be their stud.
Yep, 2 goals for Grayson. That shot was high, and Brian tried throwing the glove up there and didn't get a piece of it.
Well, these.
So Eson's coming out of the box here. Schroeder's still at center. Eson's now at left wing. Nope, Dotson's going to come back in. So Elijah's going to go back to center. Elvis is going to go back to left wing, and we got Liam Evans at right wing. So it's still, coaches are still moving kids around positions. Like I said, I don't know that Elvis has ever played left wing, except for circumstantially maybe 4 or 5 minutes a game. But he is. But here he is with the puck. I think Elijah was offsides there. Puck kind of got in their feet.
Yep.
As it does, and Elijah went across the line early, so we're gonna get a line change there. That's kind of standard. We tell the kids that all the time. Hey, if you want a longer shift, stop being offsides.
Oh, yeah.
If you want a longer shift, don't ice the puck, because then it's harder for me to change you. So get a new line in. Vieira's back out there with, I'm assuming, Webster. Yep, he's right there, closest to us. And then Evans, nope, Over. So Over and Evans are 84 and 94. That's going to take a minute. Here comes Arvada again. Get around there, Brian.
Man. Well, they came right back in this one here.
So Arvada scores again to make it 6-3 Arapahoe.
All of a sudden, we got a game.
Tyson Husseus gets the goal there. Arvada tried the wraparound, and the good thing about doing a wraparound is it gets the goalie moving side to side. Pulled the goalie out, and number 11 was just standing there, kind of similar to Sebastian's first goal, where somebody shot and he just was the benefit.
We haven't had a shot on goal here in a while. It's been all in our end.
Arvada's definitely got a little juice now. You can see it when they pick up the puck there. You can see the momentum here, but Haggard picks one up, gets tripped, and he gets the call.
Yeah.
Fortunate call for Arapahoe. Emerson Haggard stepped in between the guys, picked up the puck, which was great because Arvada was skating with some juice. And he gets the penalty drawn.
Looked like he just stepped on the other kid's stick there.
Yeah. So,
but we'll take it.
Questionable call. You could hear some disagreement from the Arvada parents. Looked like maybe Haggard just stepped on his stick. Either way, penalty on Arvada. I didn't catch the number there, but we are skating 5-on-4 for another minute and a half here. Puck's back behind the Arapahoe, behind the goal. Is that Eson again? Yep. So Eson battled for the puck there. It's saved temporarily. Nope, Eson's got it. We're going to get a shot here. Eson slick with the stick, hits the goalie, and it squirts free. Oh, and we're going to get another penalty on Arapahoe.
And there's another one on mine. Yep, that's...
Stewart picks up his second penalty, and I'll tell you what, on that play, that's a little bit of the stronger skater won. I didn't see it as much more than a collision, both kids going for the puck, but Stewart this happens with my younger son a lot. My younger son is the same. He's shorter, and if you run into him, you're losing. And so he's going to spend some time in the penalty box in his career as well. So we're 4-on-4 for 56 seconds. And oh man, Isan looked like he had a breakout and just stepped right over it. Arvada's able to hold the zone there. That was close. Sebastian, get the puck out of there. And we're going to have another penalty.
Yep.
Okay, I've lost track, and I'm going to start keeping track. I'm going to start writing these down later in the season. So, Arapahoe has 7 penalties, I believe. That's 8 right there, because this penalty was on Elliot Clark, and I believe Arvada's got 5 penalties, so we're looking at 13 penalties for the game. You can look on game sheets later.
Uh-oh.
Well, here we go.
Clark's
coming back on the ice.
Oh, it was on the other team? They called that on the other team. There we go. Okay.
So the penalty was on Arvada.
But that sure looked like a hooking penalty to me.
So I got to admit I'm confused because
I'm totally confused here.
On the board right now, we got number 52, which Arvada's got great scoreboards. They got all the stuff on the board. So it says number 90, Liam Stewart, is in the box for another minute and 5. And it says that Elliot Clark is in the box for another minute and 25, but he's clearly on the ice. So we're 4-on-4.
We're 4-on-4, I guess.
Isan to take the draw. He wins that, sort of. I guess at this level, the kids are always trying to push the puck forward instead of pull it back. If you watch the pro game, you know winning the draw means pulling it back.
Yep.
But I can tell you my son scored 2 goals in 5 seconds this summer by pushing it forward and then just outrunning everybody. So they get in love with trying to push it forward.
Yeah, but it's really not what you're supposed to do.
A couple guys hit the ground there again. No penalties, fortunately. Isan gets it out of the zone. So we got 4 guys on the ice. And Arvada's got 5 now. So we're on the PK again. And here comes Arvada on the rush. Good move, good poke check there by Elliot Clark. 4.5 minutes to play. 6-3 Arapahoe. And we're on the PK here for another 5 seconds, I think.
It's hard to say. Maybe they're just letting him serve his penalty on the ice.
I like the way I like the sound of that. Here comes.
Oh boy, that was close.
Little action in front of the net there, and Amareller's back in at goal. I don't remember when the switch happened, but that's definitely Henry. And Haggard pulls the puck across here, loses it to Arvada, and now we're 2-on-1 Arvada coming back. Puck's in front of the net, and now it squirts back out. Elijah Dotson's going to win this race, I promise you. Here comes Elijah on the breakout. Dotson gets hooked. I'm looking for a call there, and I don't see it. And Dotson's looking for a call, too. Dotson got the breakaway, didn't get a clean shot off, but we are in Arvada's zone as they try to play it up the boards here, and now Arvada's going to skate it out. So Moen turns around to poke check, and he's successful. Soren Moen is new here. Just moved from Sartell, Minnesota, and I can tell you this, having grown up in Minnesota. If he grew up in Minnesota, he can play hockey.
Yep.
Schroeder's on the breakout now. Elvis Schroeder. And the puck is loose. And it's in. Elijah Dotson picks up the goal. Somehow the puck squirted out to Elvis Schroeder, and he took it all the way to the net. Put it in the goalie's belly, and nobody, including the goalie or Elvis, could figure out where the puck was at. But Elijah scored the goal while in the net. So, fun fact about hockey, you can stand behind the goalie if you want, as long as you're not touching the goalie. So,
they're all so small and the net's so big, you could probably fit 2 or 3 kids in there.
So Elijah Dotson, number 43, picks up his second goal of the day. So you got 2 for Elijah, 2 for Isan, 2 for Sebastian, 1 for Paxton. I'm hoping Elvis got the assist on that as a parent, but he did the rush. It was just like the goal that Sebastian picked up earlier. Brexton did all the work, brought it to the net, and somebody was there to clean up the garbage. That's the same kind of thing on that one. We got another.
That's why you go to the net.
Nope. Jack Webster just went down, but we did not get a penalty there. 13 penalties so far on the day, so I'm okay that they didn't blow the whistle on that one. 2 minutes to play here. Webster's out, 1-on-2. Gets a shot on goal though. Block or kick save there by number 24. That's Torres, their goalie. So we're 19 shots to 7 for Arapahoe. You gotta love those numbers. Great play there. Brexton Bednarczyk on an island pokes the puck out, and here he goes, and he rips a shot, hits the net. Still battling for it behind there. Bryce comes around, trying to get the puck in front. I like the idea there by Bryce. He was trying to turn around and just flip it out in front of the net, because the whole time you're staying in their zone, and so you're always going to like that.
Yeah.
Is this an ice here? Yep, we're going to have icing on Arapahoe. So, minute 25 to go. Arapahoe leads 7-3. The latest goal there by Elijah Dotson, cleaning up. I'd have to look at the replay to tell you. I think he was mostly in the goal himself.
It sure looked like it to me, but hey, go to the net, follow your shot.
So we got Isan on the draw with Sebastian at right wing now, and Liam Stewart at left wing. Man, I'm telling you, Liam Evans, Liam Stewart, and Paxton Over, those 3. Oh, Sebastian Kono takes it all the way to the net and hits one off the goalie's blocker, I think. Sebastian was looking for the hat trick there. Here we go, though. We got one picked up by Stewart in front,
shot there.
and he gets a shot on goal. Gets a little muffin there. Didn't get as much on it as he wanted, and the goalie grabs that one. 54 seconds to go. Great to see, though. 22 shots. At this level, I want to say anything over 20. That's you want to be in that zone.
Well, according to Kono and Liam there, they were arguing that went in. So.
Wow. And see, I seen the goalie fumbling with it. So the goalie was struggling. Kono picks one up here and turns it around. And now Stewart right behind him. Don't be offside, Sebastian. And I think we just got away with offsides there by Kono. Here we go. Haggard picks one up. He's waiting for his guys to get onside. He's going to dump it down. 30 seconds to go in the game. Arapahoe is going to pick up their first win of the season. Bezordpour goes down. If he could pick one up, he gets one to Kono, and we just about had another attempt there at the hat trick.
Oh.
And we're going to have another penalty, of course. 15 seconds to go in the game. And looks like a little heated there.
Yep, got a little heated.
Bezordpour, and let's see which one that was.
They're kicking him out.
They took Isan out of the game. So, not going to matter on the scoreboard, most likely.
No.
Well, as I say that, yes, Arvada could get another goal, but Arapahoe is going to pick up the win. But Isan gets the penalty, and I'm curious to see what they put up. Is it a game misconduct? I didn't see a lot. I mean, maybe he pushed him back, but the other kid tripped Isan, it appeared, and Isan might have shoved him on the way up.
Well, an ejection, though, that's a one-game suspension. So he might have to, depending on what they call here, he may or may not be sitting next game.
Well, I can tell you last year in the Colorado Springs tournament, we played against a kid for Colorado Springs Black in the championship, and I actually had to email their league director. And I don't know the kid's name, that's better off that I wouldn't say it anyway, but I'm telling you that he had a game misconduct one game for a blow to the head, which was definitely more than whatever Isan did there. And he had another game where he led the tournament in penalties. And he played against us in the championship and cross-checked one of our kids in the head, and it was uncalled. And that's why I ended up emailing the league lady. I'm like, this kid, like, it's too much. So the refs are still sorting this out. I don't know exactly what we're looking at here. If Isan is just booted out of the game, fine. But you take the face off down in your defensive zone, you're 4-on-5, and let's drop the puck. So 14 seconds to go, 7-3 Arapahoe. 14 seconds from picking up their first win. So let's see if Amarillo can keep one out of the net here. Yeah, squirts along the boards. We get another, probably could have had a penalty. Yep, we're going to get a penalty on that too. Ref put up his arm and then just threw it back down.
No,
and
okay.
At the buzzer, number 37, Barrett Bankston gets a shot, and Amarillo makes the save. So your final score here today is 7-3 Arapahoe. Two goals by Elijah, 2 goals by Sebastian, 2 goals by Isan, and a goal by Paxton.
That's good production right there. That's spreading the wealth out a little too. We don't have one kid doing all the heavy lifting.
So we never got a final say on what exactly, but it looked like Isan is taking. And you know what could have happened too? And you see this before breaks in the NHL. Sometimes when you get a penalty called, you just leave when there's less than a minute to go in the period. So you don't go to the penalty box, you just leave.
That could have been what happened.
Did you see Isan on the ice?
I didn't notice. Yeah, that definitely could have happened. Because they didn't put two. Usually with an ejection, there's 2 guys in the box.
Now, I didn't see Isan in the handshake line, though. So we'll see. We'll update you the next game and see what happens. But the good news is Arapahoe picks up the win, 7-3. They outshot them. I think it was
22-7, I believe.
Was that last one to get on there?
It was right at the buzzer, so it's hard to say.
22-8, possibly. If Arapahoe gives up less than 10 shots a game,
that's what Game Sheet has it as.
Game Sheets has it 21-8. We had 21 on the board there, 22 on the board there. So either way, it doesn't matter. If we outshoot them roughly 3-1, we're going to have a successful season.
That's going to be a good season.
So thanks for being with us and putting up with us as we are going to get better as we go here. We learn the players. We'll stumble over their names a little bit less. I got Bezordpork down. And now as I just said it, I think I threw a G on the end of it. Bezordpork. So
he's the tough one.
Yep. Other than that, our names are pretty straightforward.
Bye.
There goes the team manager. Yeah, Brexton Bednarchuk is a mouthful, but that's a pretty straightforward name. So, as far as the goalies go, Henry gave up 1, and Brian gave up 2, it looked like. Looks like they both played about the same. Couldn't tell you exactly who faced how many shots, but it doesn't matter.
Before we leave here, I just wanted to let you know we play next Saturday? Saturday at DU, 1:30. So we look forward to seeing you guys there, or not seeing you as it were. So join us next Saturday, October 4th, 1:30. Should be it's at Joy Burns. If it was at Magnus, that'd be a lot better. But
I tell you what I like about Joy Burns when I'm not coaching is you can actually sit on the glass there. And so I've watched some 8U grad games where you can actually sit on the glass and you can get face to face with your player.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good venue.
But I don't dislike Joy Burns anywhere near the level that I don't like going to Foothills.
Yes,
That arena is hard to see.
Yeah. So with that, I think we're going to sign off.